Okay, good morning and welcome to Iyun. We're analyzing Maseches Bikurim and Perek Beis Mishnah Aleph. Here it states one of the halachas. It compares Truma and Bikurim. Bikurim is called Truma in the Torah. It says V'Trumas Yadcha Elu Bikurim. The Gemara Mako says. So it's a reference. The fact that the Torah goes out of its way to call Bikurim Truma is to tell you they have halachas like Truma. They belong to the Kohen, right? It's bata 1 in 100 like Truma. Chayim Misa B'Chomesh, Asher Lazarim, Tuna Chitzos Yadayim. One of the halachas, Harav Shemesh, it mentions also, like by Truma, we learned from the first Mishnah in Maseches Brachos, right, that a Kohen, Mishashin Nechnas Lochel Trumasam Be'erev, they can only start eating Truma after Harav Shemesh, after sunset. They can't, even if they were Tovel in the middle of the day, they were Tameh and went to the mikvah, so technically Ramais Hasheni you can eat right away. When it comes to Truma, you have to wait till Harav Shemesh, till sunset. Bikurim likewise, you also have to wait till sunset. So what's the idea behind this? I know it's Xeris HaKosov, right? It comes from a pasuk. Uba Shemesh B'Tier V'Achar Yocham and Akash Uba Shemesh. The sun has a set. The Gemara in Brachos in the first hour discusses how do you know it's referring to sunset, not sunrise. Nonetheless, sunset is the halacha. You can eat truma, and you also have to wait till Bikurim. So what's the idea of Erev Shemesh? The idea is that even though I mentioned truma really is property of the Kohen, it's an income tax. And Bikurim is a little different than Truma, right? Even though the Torah calls Bikurim Truma, it's a different idea. The idea of Bikurim is the Kohanim are not acting on behalf of themselves; they're acting as representative of Hashem. The Chiddush of Bikurim is that even though they're acting as representative of Hashem, right? You're giving thanks to Hashem for giving you the abundance of fruits, or a firstborn child, or firstborn animal, which is not the subject of the Masechta, but Bikurim, the first fruits in Eretz Yisrael, the 7 fruits that are, special in Eretz Yisrael, those first fruits you give to Hashem as thanksgiving. The Kohen accepts them on behalf of Hashem. They belong to the Kohen. They do belong to the Kohen at the end of the day because the Torah goes out of its way to call Bikurim Truma. And part of the halachas of Truma and Bikurim specifically is that even though Truma really is just a tax that you give to the Kohen, but it has special kedusha Truma. And like I mentioned before, really even when the Kohen owns it, he only owns the value. He doesn't own the shalo. He doesn't have complete bias over the truma. Part of it belongs to Hashem still. So the reason you hear of Shemesh is because why do you have to have sunset, right? What's different than having a meal for lunch or a meal for dinner? Dinner is a special type of meal. Even here in Israel, the main meal is dinner. If you're going to go out for a fancy dinner with someone, you don't think about for lunch. That's a business lunch. You want to go out for dinner. You want a special meal. You want a special aura, special feeling to that meal. The nighttime lends chashivas, gives importance to a meal. When you go out for dinner, that usually is to a high-end steakhouse or a high-end restaurant where you're spending a lot of money and enjoying, expensive food. So that atmosphere, that aura that you're experiencing with Harav Shemesh, with sunset, when the sun starts to set, that's already considered nighttime. Maybe Seis HaKochavim, the Gemara discusses whether, actually the Gemara really does say Seis HaKochavim, he says HaKochavim, but it's already nighttime. 3 stars are out, 2 stars are out. So it's nighttime, so there's different feelings to the meal. It lends chashivas to the meal. So if you're a Kohen, as I mentioned in Shulchan Aruch Yom, we were talking about 2 different aspects of the kahuna. One aspect of the kahuna, they get manas kahuna because they're doing work for you. So therefore you have to give them honor, you have to give them the first portion, you have to let him get the first aliyah and shul, let him lead the zimun. But also the second aspect, that kohanim are anashim chashuvim, they're considered important people, not because they're helping out. Even zman hazeh, they're considered important people. A kohen is considered an important person because they have riba b'hem mitzvos yisera. Hashem designated extra mitzvahs for these people, so they are chashuv. So part of being an important person is you have to do important things. You have to act like an important person. A VIP person has to act like an important person. When you become a famous person, you're an important person. You can't just go to the shop and have a coffee, right? The security, it's not so easy to live a life. Everything's VIP. Everything elevates the importance of what you're doing. It added chashivas to everything you do. So therefore, when you're eating truma and bikurim, which are manos kahuna, you have to show that chashivas and eat them at night. Eating it at night, you're giving importance to the meal. You're giving not just a snack. Mitzvah sheni, you're going on vacation. You're going to Yerushalayim. It's what's benefit for you. If you want to have a snack during the middle, you're hungry in the middle of the day, fine. Kohanim, even if they're hungry, you have to wait till Erev Shemesh to eat truma, because it has to be a nighttime meal. It has to be an important meal. You're a VIP. You're an important person. You're a Kohen. You're eating your truma. You're eating bikurim. Give importance to that. Act like a VIP person. Act like an important person. Because if you don't act like an important person, you're not an important person. That's the way we go after our actions. Hope you enjoyed today's share. See you in the next one.